Hey Stampin' friends, this is Rachel Kuhn with Enjoy Stamping with Rachel. Today I'm sharing with you my bonus project using the Filled with Sweetness bundle. We're using it in making a 3D project. This is a sanitizer holder that looks like a cute little strawberry and has our cute little strawberry top there. This is for your bonus so that you guys have some other ideas besides just cards of how you can use this suite. All right, for this one, you'll have a piece of strawberry slush. It'll look like this with our score lines. The PDF has all those listed for you. Then we get to this point, we're going to take our paper snips and we're just going to cut that middle score lines to the score like so. Grabbing all of those. I'm doing a little trim. Do a cut right there. And one more cut there. Grab your bone folder because we got to crease all of these score lines. Middles and the backs. I like to call this the topless box. Also, there's no like top to it, but it's very box-like, right? I learned how to make this many years ago, and I've used it for multiple kinds. This is a cute one to make for Christmas when you want to give out Christmas sanitizers. But since we're coming near spring, this is a great spring option. Some fresh strawberries. I use sanitizer from a local store that sells strawberry scented ones, and that just makes this super fun and cute and on theme. All right, now we add some tear tape. You could use liquid glue if you don't mind holding on to things for a little bit, or you could use the Stampin' Seal Plus. It's up to you. I'm gonna use a little bit of tear tape, and what we have to do is take our center tabs and we're gonna fold them in. Okay, we're gonna put, I like to just do across, like a one line across. This one I have a little piece left over, so we'll do a couple of these guys on this one. That's the beauty of tear tape. It just rips, so you can use it where you need it and what size you need it. So that's on the inside. So laying flat, so you can't see the tear tape, putting it there, and now you see it. Then we go just to one side of our box here, and we're going to put it only on this side here. So grab your tear tape, line it a little bit on top, line it to the side, to the top. Go. Some bonus pieces here. Oh, there we go. That one's gone. Got stuck. And a longer piece for the side here, like so. So tear tape wise, it should look like this: the insides and one open side for the inside there. Then we're going to remove the backings of each of our center tabs. And take up the side that has no tear tape on it. So right behind here, and just line that up and press. Line that up and press. Nice. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the backings of these ones. Awesome. Now we're going to fold this up. Good thing we creased our score line so that it easily comes together. And have it go as flush as you can to that one side. This is that strawberry slush color, which is just perfect for our strawberry friend. Nice. And there we have our cute little box that stands nicely up, our topless box. Then we have this beautiful granny apple green, and this is supposed to be the top of the jar. What we're going to do is just do a light fold. And for this one, you want to have it going over just the top of it, just a smidgen, like maybe a 1/4 of an inch. Then I'm just going to hold it and create that imaginary score line right there. And I got it pretty much centered, or what I eyeballed it centered to be. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add dimensionals only to my side tabs and liquid glue, tear tape on my middle here. I want this to have a little bit of dimension, and also it makes it easier to stand and hang on there. Let me grab those dimensionals. Here we go. Again, just using my almost gone on this part. I put a dimensional on this side and a dimensional on that side. Nice. remove the backing of our tear tape. Sometimes our tear tape gives us grief when it's on something super textured, like this guy. So I'm gonna take my paper snips and just be able to grab, there we go. It like so. Okay, our backings are off. Now we take it again. I like my back of my box, but it looks so clean you can barely even tell where it is. But I do like to have that, ooh, no, you'll have it that way. This is my back, this is my front. Okay, carefully place it on there again, using those folds. I press one down on one side first, pull it tight, and then press it on my other side like so. Nice, super cute, so cute. Creating our fun little strawberry box here. It's gonna not lay nicely, but it will stand nicely, so keep that in mind. Next, we just needed to stamp our strawberry, which I already did in our Memento ink. I have my die cut of my bow and my flowers, and we just need to do a little bit of Stampin' coloring. Let's grab my Stampin' Up blends. If you have strawberry slush, by all means use that. I'm using Poppy Parade today and Granny Apple Green. That's the most popular green, and it matches our green right there. That's why it was chosen. And let's start with our strawberry side. I like to color it lightly first, and I'm been having my strawberry light on my right. So I use this center part of our stem and just start to bring it down like so. And if you want to create a white space, sometimes artists will do that to make it look like it's a shiny on a spot. Close that one up, go over with my dark Poppy Parade. Grabbing our brush tip, go along our leaves to make sure it's not going to bleed with that very small tip of it. And then we can pull it down where these two meet and do a little bit of overlapping. Nice. Then I like to add one finishing touch, and I'll go over with my Poppy Parade light one more time, just where they two meet, to create just a nice blending line there. Once it dries, you'll see how like so much depth and dimension has to that one. I love it. Then we have our Granny Apple Green light. If you want to add the dark to this one, to add some more texture to it, you're welcome to it. I'm content with just my little bit of green on this guy. The leaves aren't too fancy for me. But you can go over twice, even with the same color, to create a little bit of shadowing. Like so. All right, we'll get this cute strawberry in so you can see him. Oh, he's so, so cute. Nice. Let's grab our dimensionals. We'll put some on the back of him. Then I have it coming overlapping the top here just a little bit. And then we need to grab our glue dot or liquid glue. I'm going to use a glue dot for this guy. And in fact, use a glue dot for my flowers too. So we'll put the center of our bow and stick it on there and press it down. Then I'm going to grab the glue dot right under my finger for my flower. And one more on our roll here. Okay, remove it. We're going to sneak this one underneath our top of our strawberry. And then our bottom strawberry to the bottom left. Like that, he's showing a little bit more. And then our basic white bow to go over our cute strawberry. And the glue dot is bigger than the actual paper we're using, but don't worry, we're going to put an embellishment over it and you won't be able to tell as much. All right, let me grab our cute little strawberry to go inside of our strawberry bow. Like so. Oh, adorable. And then we're going to grab two of our smaller of our dots to put in the center of our flowers. Cute, cute. Press down. And there you go. We have a cute hand sanitizer holder. If you don't like hand sanitizer, you could put strawberry candies in this. You could put so many fun things in this cute little box. It's a great party gift. It's a great spring teacher gift as well. Love, love a good strawberry. All right, you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this bonus project for you guys and give you some things to think about. Have a great day, you guys. Happy stamping. Goodbye.